So we'll pop because of the flashy comment.
See someone that's your type?
I would say no, just because again, I'm not a big flashy. You come off a little flashy. Yeah.
I was on this show prior,
Okay.
and I was not flashy, and women wanted to see a little bit more flash.
Okay.
So I'm starting
A lot
to
of women do,
believe
yeah.
that the selection process is kind of reflecting that a lot of women are not sure what they want. So I own a very professional, I have a strong background in business, and I think perception is kind of really warping a lot of people's mindsets.
Yes.
So this is just, as he said, it's just
This
an
is just you.
expression because if I decided to take you out tonight,
Hello, welcome in. How are you? What's your
Great. How are you?
name?
My name is Brittany.
Brittany. Okay, how old are you?
I'm 27.
All right, and Brittany, what do you do?
Right now, I am a front office coordinator, and I am in school to become a sign language interpreter.
Ooh, all right. What do you do for fun?
I like to roller skate. I'm very active and creative, so I really like to do things. I like to make things, go to pottery classes, things like that.
All right. And what do you look for in a man?
I look for stability, I look for consistency, and I look for someone who's really good with communicating.
Okay. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Some deal breakers would be someone who is not consistent, someone who is not able to let me know what's going on in their mind, whether that's not able to message me that day for whatever reason. You're busy, that's fine, life happens, but just communicate that with me. That's all.
Okay. Big on communication.
Yes, I'm really big on communication.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we haven't got any pop balloons. So let me hand you a pick.
Okay.
Have you hold on to that. And let's go ahead and pop, let's go with 3 balloons.
3 balloons.
3 balloons. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop those 3.
Okay, let me see. Oh, that's hard.
I know. Everyone always says that.
Balloons. Okay.
Okay. And 2 more.
Is it 3?
And 1 more. Yes. All right. You can stay down here. Okay. Name and age, and why was your balloon unpopped?
Timothy 38, balloon was unpopped. You have really good energy, really good energy. I really like that about you. You came out, like the outfit and everything, and you surprised me today. Absolutely.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that. Thank you.
seriously.
All right. And why'd you end up popping his balloon?
I popped your balloon only because it just seemed as if I may be too much. I do have a really big personality, and you seemed very calm. And sometimes, calm and energetic don't really go together.
Well, let me say this. I'm in a different setting. I wear different hats. So if I'm in a setting like this, I got to take it more seriously because you're dealing with more of my intimate side of my life. So I got to take a step back and really observe everything. But outside this place, I am a completely different person. I can match your energy. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go over here. Your name and age, and why was your balloon unpopped?
My name is Darion. I'm 31. I didn't pop my balloon because I wanted to hear what she had to say, and her energy was definitely on point.
Thank you.
Why did we end up popping his?
I only popped yours because I don't have any problems with my short kings or anything like that. But, I am someone that is looking for someone a little bit taller. I do like to wear heels. I'm not very tall, but,
Hey, that's
so,
understandable.
yes.
Does that make any sense? She says she doesn't have a problem with her short kings, but she's looking for somebody taller because she likes to wear heels. Yo, that means you got a problem with them short kings. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be here saying like I don't have a problem with all my short kings. They're all cool, but I'm looking for somebody taller than me. Like damn, that means you have a problem. That means it's just not date-worthy material to you, which is fair, which is normal. But I would appreciate it if she said it how it is, right? Don't sit there and say like you don't got a problem, but yeah, you eliminated him because of his stature. Like, bruh.
Respect.
All right. Thank you. And then you ended up popping 1 more. Name and age, and why was your balloon unpopped?
I'm 34. I'm Fendi. I think you're beautiful. You came out. You lit the room up. The smile was everything. I dig it.
Okay. Yeah. Why'd you end up popping his balloon?
I popped your balloon just because you remind me of my past, and I'm now in a different elevated space, and you gave me the bad boy vibes, and I'm not necessarily looking for a bad boy. That's just off of first glance, that can't necessarily be who it is, but that was why.
Judging the book by its cover, I see.
I did judge a book by its cover. I'm sorry, I did.
One of them. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Either way, yeah. He might have messed up. So.
And we dig it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, this whole show is judging a book by its cover. Like, automatically, women gonna judge the hell out of you based on how you look, right? Without even having opened your mouth first. They go think they know you like the back of their hand. Also, all I gotta say too is, like, come on, bad boys deserve some loving too, man. Come on.
A pop balloon over here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Mac 39. I popped my balloon because I done met girls like you before.
Okay.
Tiffany, Sasha, Tasha. I mean, you crazy as a mother. Yeah,
Okay.
you crazy. So all we gonna be doing is fucking and fighting. So especially if you think he a bad boy, you show them no, like you need to. Yeah, we good. We
Okay.
ain't got nothing going. You know what I'm saying? But you look good.
Thank you. I
look
appreciate
good.
that.
This
Thank you.
motherfucker, I just don't.
Hey,
you
yeah.
crazy the mother.
Okay. Now, is he someone that's your type?
You know, yes and no. I would say it's off of first glance, right? We only have the first meeting. I'm not digging the whole look. Again, you kind of a little bit remind me of the bad boy type, right? You said you're 37? Is that it?
I'm 39. I'm
39?
grown,
Oh, excuse me.
grown.
Okay, yes. So it was given a little
I
bit,
was wrong.
you know,
We gonna
yeah.
go to the hood
I don't
and
know.
everything.
Yeah, maybe not. I'm still young, right?
Nah, I know you
So,
crazy
you
as hell
know.
though.
But yeah,
Crazy.
Yo, he judged her too. He judged the book by its cover too. Yeah, I can't take this guy serious, bro. He been entertaining himself throughout this whole series, bro. This whole shows, man. If you guys been paying attention, you would have noticed what he said on the previous contestants. Like, he always got something to say, bro, and it's always out of pocket, bro. My man is so unhinged, but he entertaining though. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's go back. All right. Oh, he ended up popping his balloon over here. Okay. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Vernon, I'm 40. And I really just popped it because she said communication was a deal breaker. And like I said before, like, I be in my own space, be in my own world. Like, my texts may not come back as fast as they should. You know what I'm saying? I might miss a few extra calls. Like, I just be in my own space. Like, I'm just in a different space where I'm at. So if that's a big thing, like, somebody really got to understand me and where I'm at and how I operate for them to, like, be like, okay, he tripping, he not texting back fast enough or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
kind of intricate, but at the same
I
time,
understand.
it's just, but that's all though.
No, I understand.
I love how he's nonchalant about his character. Bro, you can't text, you suck at communication, you know that, but it's like, they gotta understand me for who I am. It's like, my guy, are you making an effort? Also, another thing, guys, it's not so hard to, shoot a text later, be like, yo, my bad, I didn't, I wasn't able to catch your call, I was just busy doing something else, or yo, my bad, like, I didn't reply to that message, this and that. Like, guys, it's not so hard, man. I never understood people that talk like this, like, yo, I'm not a good communicator, I'm not like, I would understand if you're meaning like physically, like, you can't form sentences properly or some shit, or your level of thinking is not there yet, or you know what I'm saying, like. But to be there and to be like missing calls and be like, yeah, that's just me, man. I do this on the regular. I miss them calls. I don't reply. Like, this is me and my bad behavior, but you gotta take me for who I am. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? It's not that hard to just shoot a couple words later, be like, I was busy, what's up? You don't have to reply exactly that same minute, but you can reply like later on, an hour or a couple hours later, or even the next time you see them, but this is how people are nowadays, though, with their badass behavior, and they try to justify like this.
For sure.
It's more the underlying of, if you're busy, then, hey, I'm busy right now. But I understand.
Right.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that.
Is he someone that's your type?
I would say no, just because, again, I'm not a big flashy. You come off a little flashy, the chains and everything. You just like you're in the club stunting. And again, that's just, that's not me. That's not who I am.
If I was that guy in the front there wearing Gucci and stuff, I'd pop my balloon too. Because if this guy is flashy and she labeled him like the club goer type, what about the guy in the front, bro, with a big ass Gucci on his crew neck? He's like on the same category. There's no point of him keeping that balloon, bro.
In this part of my life.
Yeah, no doubt. No, that's cool. I'm not really a club guy, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing real estate and Airbnbs and Turos, stuff like that. And you know, my jewelry is just like, that's just what I'm into. You know what I mean? It's my milestones. I didn't buy it all last night. It all came over time as I
Yes.
reach my goals. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? It's just stuff
Yeah.
I like to do. But I can get that, you know what I'm saying? I can get that a lot. People think I'm this and that and that and this until, you know what I'm saying?
First
really get
glance, right?
confident. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's all good.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we've got 2 guys left. Go ahead and ask them a question to see if any of them are your type.
Yes. Do you have any children?
Okay. Let's start with your name and age first.
My name is Sydney. I'm 37. I actually own a private dental practice in North Carolina. I
Nice
do have, thank you. I do have a daughter.
Okay.
But I did want to learn a little bit more about you. So I will pop because of the flashy comment.
And that's what I meant. Good thing he popped, because like, yo, there's no sense for you to stand there with your balloon up after hearing her reject the other guy for being flashy. You know what I'm saying? And you have like a big ass Gucci label on your crew neck right there, bro. Like you'd be slow as a mouse, bro.
Yeah.
I was on this show prior,
Okay.
and I was not flashy. And women wanted to see a little bit more flash.
Okay.
So I'm starting
lot
to
of women do,
believe
yeah.
that the selection process is kind of reflecting that a lot of women are not sure what they want. So I own a very professional, I have a strong background in business. And I think perception is kind of really warping a lot of people's mindsets.
Yes.
So this is just, as he said, it's just
is
an
just you.
expression
Yeah.
because if I decided to take you out tonight, I wanted to do something just a little bit more fun versus something so laid back. So I think that that's one of the things that I want you and the audience to start thinking about when y'all making those type of decisions.
Okay.
But that's the reason why I pop.
Yes. Okay. I appreciate
Also, another thing I gotta point out, like, yo, don't come to this show, guys, if, how do I say this? These 2 guys especially, right? The guy before him, the one in the green or whatever with a green cap as well, and him, you see, you would have never guessed what they do for work. Like, you would have probably assumed they're bums, rappers, wannabe, or just always out in the club kind of thing, right? Based on their attire, right? They always say first impression is actually like such a big thing, and that is true because like if you don't want to be perceived, like this guy here in the Gucci, he owns a private dental practice. Would you have ever guessed that? Like from first glance, would you guess he owns a private dental practice? You would have thought he was still out there in them streets and gangbanging and doing whatever crazy and in the clubs in the weekend popping bottles. Like he looks like the type, or those rappers on the come up, like this SoundCloud rappers and stuff like that, right? Like nothing wrong with that, but if that's the image you're trying to go with and you want to be known for, then yeah, for sure, by all means. But if you don't want to be perceived that way, then don't dress that way, right? So if he wanted to be known for his profession as a dental, whatever, practitioner and all that, he should have been dressed in a nice casual look, bro. Have a dress shirt on, have some nice trousers, dress shoes, you know what I mean, right? Like a professional look type. I do not dress like this just because some chicks told you that, told you that your fit was like mid or whatever, or that you need to change up and stuff. Like dress for yourself and dress like how you want to be perceived, right? Especially at this age, bro. They're 40. You're like on your 40s rocking Gucci like this, like you're some rapper, like some young thug or something. Like, my guy, what?
And just
Yeah, you're very
elaborate a little bit more. No,
Very
yeah,
bubbly.
I'm a naturally
I
very
love
happy
that. I
person.
love
Yes,
that.
no, it's all good
Yeah.
vibes over here. But I just want to just elaborate. So you're saying about, you say I seem a little bit more laid back. Is that referring to the fact that I didn't like the bigger chains? Is that what you're referring to?
No, just as far as, you mentioned like just the way most of the appearance, I think that you kind of creating a perception based off of what you see, and I could get that. But there's a lot more to what's behind these outfits, at least for myself. I mean, I own a roadside company that's not only established in Charlotte, North Carolina, but also in New York City. I have a car rental business. I've invested in a lounge in Charlotte, and I have a strong background in entertainment. But I think that when you ask questions or skip those questions and kind of just look at how we're appearing,
Yes.
I think you may miss a great opportunity. So I wanted to hear you
No,
out.
I appreciate that. Yes,
I
thank
wanted
you.
to hear you out, but I do, I just wanted to let that. And then besides that, I think you're slightly just a little young for me.
What was your age again?
37.
Yes, okay.
So just a little young as far as just maturing and really trying to really understand how to really properly select a man. And that's why this is my second visit on the show.
Okay.
So I gave it a second flow to kind of see if they could catch on to it, but you can't really get this messed up.
No, yeah, you want
there's a
someone
lot-
to go off of what they see right then and there. I understand that. Well, be careful what you catch. You know, off of that. Be careful what you catch.
Well, I think that's
But,
something that
yeah.
you may want to look in. That's what something you may want to think about.
Also, to add on, man, like you can't really falter for that because that's what these dating shows are. Like these people, they don't have much going off for them to be able to judge you, you know, aside from your appearance, how you look. Are you short? Are you tall? Is your hairline there? Are you balding or what? Like they ain't gonna know what you do, right? On your private life. Like you could be a professional, you could be this, you could be that behind the scenes, but you come to this show dressed like this. If you don't want to be classified as that part, I think you gotta dress a part too. I mean, it's easy to also fault these women for having these bad judgments on men, but as a man, if you're coming to the show dressed like this, you're not really helping them. You know what I'm saying? You're not really helping your case as well, right? You're just adding into that whole mess. Right? So if you wanted to be taken on a serious level as a profession, as whatever, you dress the part, you dress proper. Right? But if you want to be taken as like that dude, you know, that you're like on that rapper, whatever entertainment side, you're, you know, still going outside, still in them bars and clubs and strip clubs or whatever, then you dress like this. You know, there's nothing wrong like this. Dress whichever you see fit, but at the end of the day, do not be shocked when you're getting mislabeled, misjudged, and, you know, getting read or getting judged like a book by its cover kind of basis, right? So that's one thing for these guys to also realize, that you can't be dressed like as a homeless person and go to a work site and ask for a job, right? And expect to get a job right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you tell them on your resume, I have this background in business, I have this and that. Like, how are they supposed to know? They're going to just judge by how you look, right? If your clothes ain't there, you know, your beard ain't taken care of, your hair ain't in the right place, ain't, you know, looked after, and you haven't showered, you look dirty and all. Of course, they're going to judge you by your cover, right? And then you also have the end of the spectrum where a lot of people, they dress proper, but they ain't got shit going on in their life, right? They will like wear the party or wear like the expensive, they got money like this, but they in debt. They're borrowing money from friends and family. They ain't got a job for the past 6 months, 2 years, whatever, right?
Let's go down over here. All right. So, name and age, and why is your balloon still unpopped?
Oh, Demetrius, 37. It's unpopped because I didn't hear no flaws. And she do cycling. Was you studying to do cycling?
I am.
Yeah, and I'm in, you know, I work for public works for the city. That's what we come across with the people. So I may need that one day, you know. So actually, it enhanced me. Actually, so I don't see nothing wrong with it. To be honest. And she just, I don't see no flaws at all.
Okay. Any questions between the two of you?
Okay, again, same with the children. I have no children, so I'm trying to see, do you have children?
Yeah, I got a 15-year-old son. Yes.
Okay. And how's your relationship with your mother?
Oh, we excellent. 15 years, we had to get it together. The co-parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, your mom. Yeah, grandma.
Yo, not gonna lie, bro, like that's funny. My boy misread this question, eh? He misinterpreted this. He thought she's asking about the child's mother, bro. I was gonna be like, wait, what are you talking about? You had a child with your mother like for like 15 years? What do you mean?
Oh, mama?
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm asking about your mother. How was your relationship with your mother?
Oh, she passed away.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
she passed away. Yeah, it was rough. I'm gonna be honest. Like she was like on drugs, going in and out of jail and stuff and everything. It's a lot.
No,
with
no,
that,
no,
though.
I'm sorry,
My dad
yes.
raised me. My dad raised me so much that like when we moved, like the homies on the block, you know, sorry to get a little street, but they thought that was my uncle because they was like, oh, ain't no single father got, these two boys. So, so my dad raised me, to be honest. I don't got no resentment towards her. Though,
No, I understand. Thank you.
But
Yeah.
she passed away though.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
Again, it's really, I was willing to give everybody a chance, right? Off of, we only have a moment.
Also,
for
guys,
first
keep in
glance.
mind that she did disqualify the other guy based on his height. Now, if I was this guy, I wouldn't have my balloon up because seeing the other guy getting disqualified based on his height and you're short too, like what makes you think you got a chance to, right? Like height is such a big preference on her part. Why the hell do you still have your balloon up, boy?
And so I just was interested to hear your story. You do seem like a nice guy. Again, I don't have children, so I really am looking for someone that does not have children. That's kind of my underlying thing at the end of the day. There are people out there. So I'm just kinda
But he
looking.
babysitting himself though. He 15. What you talking about? He in high school.
I understand, yeah.
I gotta save up for his car already.
That comes other things, and just
Like what?
I
What other thing? Like what?
well, like what kind of dad are you to your child, and that's different perspectives, right? Because if I'm looking at you since you already have a child, then I'm going to see what is the groundwork that you've already laid for the child you have now, and what is the possibilities for our child, and I'm big on my child, even though it's mine, still getting to know his older brother or sister, things like that, having that community. I don't know your relationship with the mother, and I don't have that kind of drama in my life, so
Oh no, it's no drama.
I don't know if I signed up for that.
So kids are a deal breaker for you.
No,
so
I love children, yeah,
Okay.
but I'm trying to find someone where I begin my family.
So for here, it's a no.
Yes,
Okay.
I want to begin my family.
Damn, you're trying so hard to keep that balloon, right? But boy, just pop the balloon, keep it pushing, bro. Like you don't push your luck. I mean, it ain't gonna happen, alright? Easily, it's done. It ain't gonna happen. Stop trying to push the mountain.
So no, you have that right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she gorgeous though. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank
She
you.
got the fall
Appreciate
colors
that.
on
Thank you.
got the fall colors on and everything.
I appreciate
Yeah.
all of you guys. Thank you.
Tattoos and
Thank you.
everything.
Come on, let's head on back. Okay, well, that is all the balloons popped, but we do thank you for coming on. Give it up for her, guys. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey yo, that's a video, man. Like, what another funny segment, I gotta say, right? Like, yeah, a little bit entertaining on their part. Like, these men are funny too, man. I just want to touch up on the basis of like all these guys that are. I mean, she basically judged all of them based on like a book by its cover kind of thing, like on how they're dressed, how they look, kind of thing, right? She was saying those other couple boys look like bad boys, kind of thing, right? Based on how they look, and those other guys, right? The two front guys, they look like they in the clubs and stuff. I mean, well, the guy in the green, whatever, with the hat, he looks like he in the club and all that, right? But I guess she got it wrong because he said he doesn't go to the club like that. And then the other guy though with the Gucci, he has his own private dental practitioner, right? But he was kind of a bit annoyed because he changed up his whole fit for the women, because last time when he came out, he said some women told him that they want a little bit of flashy, and that's what he put on this time. But they digging him for that. It's like, at the end of the day, do not listen to what these women are telling you they want, because it's going to change from person to person. To keep in mind how you want to be perceived. So I mean, if this is how he's dressed, but he's doing this in the background, obviously don't fault the women if they judge you like this by what you're presenting, right? Like, he seemed a bit annoyed because he's wearing his little Gucci fit, and the women, they don't really know much about him, and they're popping on him, or they criticize that kind of look. But at the end of the day though, all I gotta say, man, is like, if you go to these shows, or if you guys are out there on them dating sites, dating whatever, present yourself how you want to be perceived, right? You can't be presenting yourself one way and getting mad at people because they perceive you another way. You know what I mean? Right? So that's just one thing to keep in mind. But yeah, guys, let me know what you all thought about this. Comment down below, like, subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. All right, peace.